Hey everybody, and welcome to Children's Church. I want to start this week and talk to you about one of my favorite movies, Beauty and the Beast. And just like the title says, this movie is talking about someone who most people think of as beautiful, which is Belle, and then someone who most people think of as a beast because of the way he looks. That is Beast. And if you've seen this movie, or if you're familiar with it at all, you know that Beast and Belle are the main characters of the story. Beast is not your usual, typical leading man just because of the way he looks. There's another character in the movie who looks more like the leading man, and that is Gaston. Now, if you're familiar with the movie, you know Gaston is not a nice guy. He may look like a nice guy because Gaston is big and tall and strong and handsome, but he's really inside in his heart, he's a nasty guy. He's thinking of nothing but himself. And that reminded me of another story in the Bible. It reminded me of the story of David and when David was first anointed as king of Israel. If you guys remember the story, we talked about it back a long time ago. When Samuel went to anoint David as king, he first went to Jesse's house. God told Samuel to go to Jesse's house, and he told Jesse to get out all of his sons. And he did. And of course, he brought the first son out, whose name was Eliab. And Samuel looked at him and he thought, you know what? Eliab looks like a king. This guy is tall and he's good looking and he looks like a king. But you know what God said? God said, nope. I'm in 1 Samuel chapter 16, and I'm going to start in verse 6. You guys listen to this. Samuel saw Eliab and thought, surely the Lord's anointed stands here before the Lord. But the Lord said to Samuel, don't consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at the things man looks at. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. So the reason that reminds me of Beauty and the Beast is because even though Gaston looks like he ought to be the leading man, he's not, because his heart is full of bad stuff. And the Beast, even though he looks really scary on the outside, we learn as the movie goes through that his heart is really good. Especially at the end of the movie, we really find out that his heart is full of love for other people. That's what God wants our hearts to be full of. God's not concerned with what our outside looks like. God's not concerned how pretty your hair is, or how pretty your clothes are, or if you have the nicest and the newest clothes, or how you do up your hair. God's not concerned with any of that stuff. God's concerned with what's in our heart. He wants our heart to be full of love to Him, and He wants our heart to be full of love to other people. That's what's important to God. And since that's what's important to God, that's what needs to be important to us too. So I hope you guys have a good week, and I hope to see you soon, and I hope your hearts are full of love. Bye-bye.